What was the name of that?
That was
2019, After the Fall of New York.
Well,
we just viewed
2019, After the Fall of New York. What do you guys think about it? I mean, general ideas, general.
well, I mean, thinking about it, I would suggest two movies if you're interested in this kind of movie. Two movies would stick out in my mind. Escape from New York. Yeah.
Escape from New York.
Much better in this kind of genre. But also, and there was another movie that kind of rung out in my mind, was a movie that I found in a flea market in Cape Cod called Splatter.
Yes,
And
I felt this. I actually,
Yeah.
there was a lot of hearkening to that film. There was an absolute lot of hearkening.
You'll
to
have
that
a tough time finding
Yeah.
this movie, but if you do,
Yeah, absolutely.
enjoy. It was
Well, it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
After the
Splatter the
Fall of New York.
Splatter the Architects of Fear, I
Yes.
think was the full
Yes.
title.
But what's interesting about that film is it's also at the same time a documentary
Of an actual film.
about the making of it.
Absolutely.
What was the actual? What was Splatter's?
They
What was
never
the film?
said. They
like, that
never
they were
said.
documenting.
They never said. But had they said, it would have involved such characters as Fang, who's a
We're getting off the
I
track.
know, I think this is, we're reviewing the wrong movie here.
You're talking about Splatter. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about 2019.
Should also be noted that it's now 6:12 a.m.
yes, yes.
That's true.
It's much later, and that movie was
Great
very.
It was awful.
That movie was very
It was awful.
long. That movie was.
The movie
very
was
long.
awful.
I mean,
It was awful.
awful. You know, I've seen a lot of awful movies, but this was pretty bad. And
It just didn't have anything. There was nothing behind the awfulness. Sometimes when you see an awful movie, it's like, okay, at least there's like one or two things that it's trying to do that are like that kind of supersede the awfulness. Which to me, the Idaho Transfer, that was one of those movies I saw where it was like, okay, it was awful,
Right.
but at a point,
Dave buys a lot of these 50 50, these box sets they sell in movies.
buy them in bulk.
Buy them in bulk.
Yeah.
You save a lot of money that way, but you also miss a lot of. No, you get a lot of things. We were talking about Lurkers earlier. Great movie, but
let's talk about 2019.
Yeah. Okay.
Seriously,
All
let's
right,
talk about
we'll
2019.
get back to the
I think
basics.
Dave said it kind of best at the beginning, which was it didn't have any of the urgency that Escape from New York had. There was no kind of clock
Not at all.
built into the storyline.
What? Kurt Russell?
They were going to find the last fertile woman in New York.
Which
On the
I
world.
stated many times during the watching of the movie that it's very much like the plot of Children of Men.
Yes, absolutely.
A recent kind of post-apocalyptic.
Did you see
cycle.
Children of Men?
I did.
What did you think? Was this better than Children of Men?
It definitely was not better than Children of Men. And a very similar plot.
Yes.
It's kind of Escape from New York meets Children of Men.
Right. Right.
But we did also have one character that you'll see in the footage I'll probably cut back to it. Featured in a movie that you need to see called Pieces.
Absolutely.
And
You want to keep talking about other movies.
No, I don't want to
You
go.
want to keep talking about other movies.
Beside the sterile planet, the memory banks in our genetic robot tell us there's a fertile woman hidden in New York. We have got to find her before the Eurex do.
Shouldn't have thought that was necessary.
One fertile
Watching
woman
your
had enough
figure,
to
eh?
recreate the entire human race. That's where you're wrong. If she's young,
I
she'll
should
have
have
at
thought
least
that was necessary.
500 eggs.
Playing all that tennis.
That's 500 uncontaminated